Welcome back to Making Money Matter, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I am so excited because I've got Dr. Caigen Wang. He's the Managing Director of Aurum Resources. The ASX code is AUE. Now, why am I excited about this? Well, I've known Dr. Wang for a number of years, and one of the things I know about him is he loves to deliver shareholder value. That's number one. Number two, where they are in West Africa, it's a gold project. You know me, I'm that gold lady, so I love all this stuff. Now, Making Money Matter, we don't just cover gold. We cover all sorts of resources. We cover industrials, biotech, etc. But today, it's Making Gold Matter. So, Dr. Wang, thank you so much for joining me today. And I'm excited to explore what you're doing with this new company.
Oh, thank you very much, Kerry. And really appreciate the opportunities that you arranged. So, thank you.
Well, one of the things that I just said in my introduction briefly was that I knew you when you started Tietto Minerals. You founded Tietto Minerals, also in West Africa, the Abuja gold mine, very successful. And you've moved on now, you're with Aurum Resources. But what I really want our audience to understand is, some will say, oh, it's West Africa. What is it about and specifically Cote d'Ivoire, which is where Tietto was, what is it? Why do you like working there?
Yes, Kerry, I like the word that you just mentioned, particularly Cote d'Ivoire. Yes, Cote d'Ivoire is part of West Africa, but West Africa in general term is not good enough to describe our gold investigation in Ivory Coast.
Okay.
In other words, Cote d'Ivoire as a gold investment destination is, I think, is well above the average perception of West Africa.
Why is that?
So from a technical point of view, Cote d'Ivoire accounts for 34% the premium greenstone belt, which holds the gold in West Africa. That's from the technical side. Or another word is the entire country sitting inside the premium greenstone belt.
Okay.
So the rest 66 is distributed to Ghana, Burkina Faso, Mali, Guinea, Senegal, Sierra Leone, and Liberia. So Cote d'Ivoire has the largest holding of the West Africa premium greenstone belt. So that's from a technical point of view.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I think it's the security side, the stability of the government and the fiscal regime. So over the past decades, or since the end of their domestic crisis, so from 2012 to now, 13 years, the fiscal regime has stable, transparent, and the social security or the general security condition is far better than all their surrounding countries. So which is critical.
Yeah.
That is why I said that Cote d'Ivoire is better than the average in West Africa.
It does. How does it compare to, I guess, exploring and developing in other parts of the world? I mean, you're clearly very comfortable in this part of the world. And as I said at the start, with Tietto, you gave great shareholder value. So, but how does it compare? Because some people will say, oh, you know, they're not quite sure. I know you said it's stable. It clearly holds the gold, but compare it to other parts of the world for us.
Yeah, myself, I don't have a personal experience of exploration or building a mine in other parts of the world. But just to look at how many gold mines has been built since 2012 in Cote d'Ivoire, they are all large scale modern open pit mining operations. So we have Perseus built 2 gold mines, the Sisingo mine and the Aurum mine. We have Endeavour built 2 mines. One is the ET mine. The other is the fatigue mine, which is delivered last year. And we have a Sigura mine, which built in 2023, the same time as we finished building of the Abuja Gold mine. So all this mine was built in the past decade.
Okay.
And compare with in this region, which other Africa country or West Africa country has built so many modern open pit mine in the past decade. So neighboring Ghana in the past decade, they probably only built one mine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Or the second mine, which is the Chinese Shandong Gold built, finished late last year. So it's probably that's over 10 years period. They built 2 mines.
Right. Okay. So it's clearly an area which is good for mining. The government is supportive of what you're doing. Now I want to get into Aurum Resources. You know, you successfully did Tietto. Now you're over into Aurum. You took over Mako Gold earlier this year. We'll go into that as well. Talk to us, if you like, just give us a brief background of what you're doing with Aurum, and then we'll dig a little deeper, if you like.
Yes, so for the Mako Gold, founded by a highly regarded, experienced geologist, Peter Rich, yeah. And Peter and Anne, they're certainly much better than me in terms of exploration. I'm a mining engineer. I'm not a geologist. And Peter and Anne, they have a very good track records from exploration in West Africa. Before Mako Gold, they successfully delivered a large size deposit in Burkina. Now they started the Mako Gold nearly 10 years ago. And it's, I think it's technically, it's very good project. And they set up a really very good foundation for operating in Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, so this Mako Gold just give us opportunities to potentially develop a multi-million ounce resource of a gold project in the Napié project area.
Okay, so multi-million ounce with Napié, which is what they had. What's it got at the moment?
So they have 870,000 ounces of maiden joke resource at 1.2 gram per ton.
Okay.
So based on this resource, we see the bigger upside potential is there, not only from the Napié tenement alone. The Napié tenement alone can be easily double the resource through our intensive diamond drilling. But another aspect which is beyond the Mako Gold projects is we have a good potential to consolidate the neighboring tenements.
Right. So do you own those neighboring tenements?
No, we don't own the neighboring tenements, but we know that neighboring tenements own well, and we know they have an intention to work with us because of our past experience from Tietto's Abuja project, and particularly our recent experience at Boundiali, where we didn't have any tenement at all in mid-2023. Then we bring all these tenements together, make it a major project.
Okay, I want to talk to you about this is the Boundiali project, ladies and gentlemen, also in Cote d'Ivoire, but there was an interesting way that you came about getting access, I guess, getting those projects. So can you talk to us about how you did that? Because you own your own drill rigs. I think didn't you talk to us about how you got your hands on that project?
So because of our unique capacity, which is the diamond drilling. So the Cote d'Ivoire local license owner said, no, we are able to do drilling. So when I left Tietto Minerals, local project owner approached me, asked me to drill for equity.
Okay.
So this is a very good opportunity for us. So we look at the first tenement of the Boundiali project, which is on the east. And this is the tenement that we received first for the Boundiali project. And that's a drilling for equity. We're drilling certain amount of meter for certain percentage. And very quickly, we earned 80% of project interest.
So you earn, so you earn 80% of the project by drilling for equity. Is that correct?
That's right. That's our first Boundiali tenement.
Okay.
Then with this very rapid exploration process that we work on, then another second tenement in Boundiali approached us, which is the middle tenement of the Boundiali project. They asked us to work quickly. So then the second tenement, we also working with our Australian peer, which is Tulaco. So Tulaco is 35% plus local partners 45%. They both actually give this percentage to us just because we are able to progress very quickly. So that's how we received another 80% for the second project.
But what do they get in return? Do they have shares in Aurum now? Like you've drilled for equity, but how does that work?
So for the local partner, they still hold 20% in the project.
Okay.
But they didn't spend anything at all to grow the project. While we actually put the effort to do exploration, to define resource, to earn the interest. So we currently own 80%. The local partner owns 20%.
And what about Mako Gold? What's their involvement now?
So for the middle tenement, which we own 80%, is Tulaco asked us to do diamond drilling in their other projects in Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay.
In return, they give the 35% to us.
Right.
And the local partner, they sold 45% to us. So this 45 plus 35 make 80% interest for us in the middle tenement of the Boundiali project.
Was that an important tenement for you?
This is currently the resource has the biggest quantity so far in our full tenements of the Boundiali project.
Okay. Now, I think it's important, ladies and gentlemen, for you all to know that one of the things that Dr. Caigen Wang has done before, and he's doing again, and correct me if I'm wrong, is you own your own drill rigs, which in my opinion is a very clever way. You can drill these projects out. You own the drill rigs. Is that correct? What's the advantage of doing that?
So yes, Kerry, we own 8 diamond drill rigs currently operating at the Boundiali project and day and night. And we purchased 2 new diamond drill rigs purposely for the Napié project, which we acquired from Mako Gold. So these 2 diamond drill rigs were started drilling in mid-June for the Napié Gold project. So by then we own 10 diamond drill rigs drilling day and night.
Wow. Okay.
So that is one of the reasons that we progress the Abuja project so rapidly.
Yeah, I think it's important for people to understand that, because you own the drill rigs, you're not dependent on a third party. You can just turn around and have them going literally, as you say, day and night, which allows you to deliver more rapidly. So what I want to understand is, I think you're on track to complete either 1 or 2 mineral resource estimates for Boundiali, as well as a PFS. I need to understand, or we need to understand, how do you plan to deliver that? Because that's coming up.
Yeah. We mentioned that at Tietto's time, we own diamond drill rigs. At that time, we also owned 8 diamond drill rigs. So in 2012, while we were constructing the Abuja mine, and we were also drilling at the same time, and for that particular year, we drilled 128,000 meters of diamond holes. And that was drilled with 7.5 rigs. The half rig was used for the geotechnical drilling for the mine construction.
Right, okay.
So for the 8 rig, we are currently drilling at Boundiali for the planned 100,000 meters of diamond holes. We are quite confident that we can deliver that meters.
Okay, so because I think that's important. And I think what I also want our audience to understand is, I believe recently you did a placement, just over $35 million placement to a group of investors, including the London family. I'd like to know, we'd like to know, I think that was at 35 cents a share as I talked to you today in mid-May. Good on you. The market loves what you're doing, because your market cap's about 110 mil, which is about 45 cents a share. That placement not done that long ago at about 35, 36 cents a share. What's that for? What does that mean for you? What are you going to do with that money, and why those people? Why did you approach them?
Actually, Montage's and Côte project is on our immediate south of our Boundiali project. Okay. So we are neighboring. From mid last year, we have been in a confidential agreement signed mid last year, just for technical sharing of both parties' geological information. Okay. So they have been progressing much faster than us. They have lots of geological information for us to learn. And we did more diamond drillings for them to look at all the geological details. So that was in place for now nearly 1 year. So we know each party's project on the technical side very well. And now, until recently, we were approached by our neighbors to talk about whether there is synergies that we do more collaborations. Nice. So that is because they are in construction and we are in a project development and study phase. So I thought it might be very good to utilize their mine construction skills, equipment. If our Boundiali project in a couple of years come to a stage of construction, then that time Montage's Côte project is just a finished construction, then might be really good for smooth transition of this team to work on our project. So that's the main thought behind. And besides, I think more important is that the Boundiali project has been recognized by strategic partners, including Montage, the Landing families, as well as the Chinese sourcing capital. So that's important for us as well.
What do you get? That was quite a big raise, 35.6 million. Where does the money go? What are you doing? Is it all going on drilling? Is it talk to us about that.
So, Kerry, what we are doing is doing in two lines in parallel. First line is the exploration resource growth project study. The second line is the permitting. As we announced from April this year, we started the environment and the social impact study. And after that, we will submit application for mining exploitation license. So the aim is once we have the study done next year, and we have all these permits in place as well. So this will save us time doing, project development.
Yeah, he loves saving time, ladies and gentlemen. He likes to go fast, does Dr. Wang, let me tell you. What's your biggest challenge right now?
Really, I don't see really the biggest challenge for developing the Boundiali project. And it's mainly because we know what we can do in Cote d'Ivoire as long as your project has a technical and economical basis, then you are able to bring this project into a mine operation.
So what's the news flow going forward for those listening?
So, Kerry, we have a very busy schedule for this year and then next year. For the current year, we are going to finish 100,000 meters of diamond drilling for the Boundiali project. Have two resource updates. First resource update is in July this year. And the second resource update is in late this year. And the second resource update will be used for finish pre-feasibility study for the Boundiali project. As you know, we are also working in parallel on the environment and the social study, which we started in April. So the progress of this study will also come as part of our news flow in coming months. Then coming into next year, 2027 or 26, we're going to do another 100,000 meters of diamond drilling. So by mid next year, we will have our third resource update. This third resource update will become the base for us to finish DFS. And we're expecting by that time, and in the third quarter next year, when we finish the DFS, we also received all the mining permits for exploitation, for the environmental approval. These permits are in place. So when we finish the DFS, then we just going forward for the project financing, which we aiming at get this done by end of next year. For the shareholders' value, I think basically is the realization of the project value. We delivered the project from no resource to 1.6 million ounce resource within 13 months since we started working on the Boundiali project.
Okay. So,
and the second phase is through the resource growth. Further growth from 1.6 to above 3 million ounce. So that's what we are working for.
And I think you said with the Napié project that you take that from its current 870 to above 1 million. Is that correct? Are you working on those consecutively?
Oh, that's right. We were from mid-June this year, we will start drilling the Napié project with 2 diamond drill rigs that we just purchased ourselves. So while we are growing the Boundiali project resource from 1.6 million ounce to about 2 million ounce, and further next year to 3 million ounce above. And at the same time, the Napié project, we will grow the resource from its current 870,000 ounce to about 1 million ounce resource.
All right.
And further, potentially, once we have this consolidation done, then we have even further above 1 million ounce resource for the Napié project.
Okay, so two great projects, ladies and gentlemen. And look, I can't stress it enough. One of the things that I do like about Dr. Wang is he knows how to deliver projects and deliver them well. They've got their own drill rigs. They can work that extra bit because they're not relying on third parties. I think that's important. And I hope you understand now that the Cote d'Ivoire area is very stable, good jurisdiction to work in. The permitting is going to start to happen as well. And doing that smart capital raise, I guess, with Montague, what is it? Montage Gold, which is
Montage, yes,
which is just to the south of them, the Lundin family and Zhaojin Capital. So really good, strong support for the company. It's Aurum Resources. The ASX code is AUM. Dr. Wang, come back and talk to us again as you keep delivering for shareholders throughout the rest of 2025. But welcome to your first conversation with me on Making Money Matter, and we look forward to seeing you again in the near future.
Thank you very much, Kelly. It's really appreciated.